Hi folks, welcome to Schick Happens. We're almost through the weekend. It's Sunday morning and I haven't really filmed anything. And I thought, I better at least grab the camera and film a little bit today to maybe get a vlog up Monday morning. It's going to be like 81 degrees today. Our weather's just been up and down and up and down. Later this week it's supposed to be in the 60s with rain, but today's supposed to be a beautiful day. Slight breeze, 80 degrees, 82 degrees. And it's going to be a day that I need to get some things done. One of the first things I need to do is get the garden sprayed. Leave my carbon footprint. But before I get started with anything, it's kind of been a pork weekend this weekend. Yesterday in the grill we did some thick cut pork chops and shoulder blade steaks. And while I was at the store, I also picked up some pork spare ribs. And I think what I'm going to do is fire up the smoker and get these inside. Probably at 240 degrees temperature is what I'm going to set the smoker at for maybe 5-6 hours. Put a little bit of Famous Dave's rub on them and just let them go. I'll probably use some apple wood for the wood chips. But I want to get these in the smoker and then we'll see where the day takes us. I got the spare ribs in the smoker. The next thing on my list I was going to do was get the sprayer set up and get this garden sprayed in some of the drive we have. But it is pretty breezy out. I mean, even for as early in the morning as it is, there's a good breeze now. I mean, I can see the leaves moving out there pretty good. And I don't like spraying when there's any kind of breeze, or at least this much. And I just learned my lesson many years ago. Wait till it's calm so you don't get oversprayed and you're killing stuff you don't want to kill. And I have plenty of other things to do here. I know at some point today I'm going to get back in the wood shop. I started running some mulberry through the planer and did some glue ups. That's going to ultimately be a little coffee table, I believe. And in speaking of wood, a friend of mine came over yesterday. We did a little bit of mushroom hunting. And afterwards, he ran up to Lowe's with me to get the last load of lumber that we need to get this lean-to done. So I think we have everything we need. And I'm hoping here in the next 2-3 weeks, my little group of lean-to assembly guys, we can all coordinate and get this thing put together. There's a ton of things that I need to get done around the property here. I can tell you that. Today would be a good day to get a lot of those things done, and I fully intend on doing that. But it's early in the morning, it's still cool out. I think I'm going to go see if I can find a few more mushrooms. At least maybe spend an hour back there looking. Well, I gave it about an hour. Didn't see any mushrooms, but that's okay. Like I said, I got plenty to do up at the house. But it was nice to get out and walk. Well, I'm back up at the wood shop, and I thought I'd play around a little bit more with this mulberry coffee table. It's only about 30 inches long, but I decided to add some breadboard ends. Maybe 4 or 5 inches, just to give it almost not quite a foot, but just to make it a little bit longer. Right now I'm just putting some dowels in, and I'll repeat the same on the edges here. Give it a little bit of play before I put the dowels in and glue up, just in case there's some expansion and contraction with the wood. But these breadboard ends will set this off nice. When I was doing part of that glue up yesterday, I also glued up some thinner stock to make legs, and I just ran these through the planer. I don't know if I'm going to put a little taper on them or a profile with the router table, but I'll doctor them up to make them look better than just a 2" by 2" chunk of wood for the legs. And then I need to also run a couple more rough sawn boards of mulberry through the planer, and this will be for the skirting. So I did end up putting a slight taper on these legs, just on one side, just to, I don't know, make it a little bit more unique, I guess. But I still think I want to run a bead or a fluting down here, at least on one side. And of course I went through all my router bits and I didn't have the one that I wanted, so I had to run up to Lowe's and grab another one. But I think it'll be worth trimming these out just a little bit more. I think these ribs only have about an hour to go. I've never done pork spare ribs in the smoker before, but how hard can it be? I mean, really. And Lori's out mowing the lawn. That saved me a chore today, so I'm going to go back in the wood shop and keep playing around. So the top of this coffee table where I did the breadboard ends, that's dried up. I'm just going to take it over to the table saw and clean both sides up. Just a little bit. I think it's about time that I pull these pork spare ribs out. I just took a look. They got a real nice bark on them. They've been in there over 6 hours. I know they're done. I can't wait to dive into those later. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on this top, and I'll probably pick at it throughout the week, working on it an hour here, so hour there until it's done. But I'm sure I'll share the finished product with you when I do complete it. But I appreciate you joining me here today on Schick Happens. Just some updates on what I had going over the weekend. And until next time, cheers.